In a world full of noise and endless chatter, silence can be your greatest weapon. The ancient Stoics knew this well, teaching us that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. Today, we'll uncover 5 timeless lessons from Stoicism that reveal why stepping back, staying silent, and letting your actions speak louder than words can make others stop, reflect, and even beg for your attention. Are you ready to master the art of quiet strength? Let's dive in. Number 1. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. Life is a blend of moments we can shape and challenges beyond our influence. The art of living peacefully and purposefully lies in recognizing the difference between the two. Often we waste energy trying to control situations, outcomes, or even people, areas where our influence is limited or non-existent. This misplaced effort not only leads to frustration, but also diverts attention from areas where we do have the power to make a difference. Understanding what we can control and letting go of what we can't is a liberating mindset that fosters resilience, reduces stress, and allows us to focus on growth and fulfillment. What can we control? Our thoughts, attitudes, decisions, and actions. These are the levers we hold. When challenges arise, choosing how to respond is entirely within our domain. For instance, instead of fixating on others' behaviors, we can focus on improving our own communication or setting boundaries. When faced with setbacks, we can either succumb to despair or use them as stepping stones toward growth. Shaping our reactions gives us a sense of empowerment even in adverse circumstances. It doesn't mean dismissing emotions or ignoring difficulties, but rather channeling them into productive outcomes. On the other hand, there's an entire world of uncontrollable, other people's opinions, the past, the future, and external circumstances. Trying to dominate these aspects is akin to chasing the wind. It leads to exhaustion without progress. Acceptance is the key to peace. Letting go of what we can't control doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we acknowledge our limits and trust the process. It's about finding the balance between action and acceptance, effort and surrender. For example, think about relationships. You can't make someone love or respect you, but you can treat them with kindness, set healthy boundaries, and walk away when necessary. In professional settings, you can't guarantee outcomes, but you can control your effort, preparation, and attitude. By focusing on what you can influence, you make progress, even if the results don't always align with your expectations. Letting go is not weakness, it's strength. It requires courage to release the illusion of control and the humility to embrace uncertainty. Meditation, mindfulness, and practices like journaling can help reinforce this mindset. When you feel the tension of holding on to the uncontrollable, pause and ask yourself, is this within my power to change? If not, what's the best way forward? By controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't, you create space for clarity, growth, and inner peace. The energy once wasted on resistance transforms into a force for positive action and acceptance. Life becomes less about fighting the current and more about navigating it with grace. This mindset is not just a survival tool, it's a thriving strategy. Ultimately, it frees you to focus on what truly matters, bringing more meaning and fulfillment to your journey. Number 2, the power of silence. In a world that thrives on noise and constant stimulation, silence often feels like an unwelcome guest. Yet it is in silence that we discover a profound source of strength, clarity, and connection. Silence is not merely the absence of sound. It is a state of being that allows us to tune into the subtleties of life. It's where the mind finds calm, creativity blooms, and truths emerge. From ancient meditation practices to the quiet reflection of artists, silence has been a tool for growth and insight for centuries. It enables us to listen, not just to the world around us, but to ourselves. In the quiet, we can hear the whispers of our thoughts, uncovering what we might otherwise ignore amidst the clamor. Silence also possesses the unique ability to strengthen relationships. In conversations, moments of pause can speak volumes. They create space for others to share, allowing their emotions and thoughts to flow unimpeded. Silence fosters understanding, as it grants us time to reflect on what has been said rather than rushing to respond. It is in these pauses that empathy takes root, as we learn to listen not only with our ears, but with our hearts. Moreover, silence is a sanctuary for the soul. It provides an escape from the relentless distractions of modern life, notifications, deadlines, and the ever-present hum of technology. By embracing moments of stillness, we give ourselves permission to disconnect from the external and reconnect with the internal. This is not about isolating ourselves, but about fostering balance. Silence offers a chance to recharge, to ground ourselves in the present, and to gain perspective on what truly matters. In professional settings, the power of silence is equally transformative. Leaders who master the art of silence exude a sense of confidence and control. A well-placed pause can command attention, emphasize a point, or allow others to process information more effectively. Silence, used wisely, becomes a tool for persuasion and respect. It demonstrates thoughtfulness and poise, traits that resonate deeply in both personal and professional interactions. Silence is also a teacher, revealing the impermanence of our worries and the strength of our inner resilience. When we allow ourselves to sit with silence, we confront our fears, insecurities, and hopes. This act of courage leads to self-awareness and growth. In a society that often equates silence with weakness, choosing silence can be a revolutionary act of strength. So let us not fear silence. Instead, let us embrace its power. Whether in the stillness of dawn, the pause in a meaningful conversation, or the quiet moments before sleep, silence has the ability to transform our lives. It teaches us to listen, to feel, and to be present. In the end, the power of silence lies in its ability to amplify the voice that matters most, the one within. Number 3, patience over anger. In the heat of the moment, anger often feels like an unstoppable force. It surges through us, clouding our judgment, quickening our breath, and pushing us toward words or actions we may later regret. Yet amidst this storm, there is a powerful antidote: patience. Choosing patience over anger is not about suppressing feelings or denying the validity of emotions. Rather, it is about mastering the art of pause, gaining control over our reactions, and cultivating a mindset that allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Patience is a skill that, when practiced, transforms not only our interactions with others but also our inner world, bringing clarity, harmony, and peace. When we feel wronged or frustrated, our natural instinct is to retaliate or defend ourselves. However, anger, left unchecked, can escalate situations, damage relationships, and leave emotional scars. It acts like a fire, burning bridges and leaving destruction in its wake. Patience, on the other hand, acts like water. It cools tempers, soothes tensions, and paves the way for understanding and resolution. By taking a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and assess the situation, we allow ourselves to see beyond the immediate frustration and consider the broader perspective. Often, the things that anger us lose their intensity when viewed through the lens of time and reflection. Patience requires strength and self-awareness. It is not passive, but an active choice to rise above negative impulses. Consider a scenario where someone speaks to you harshly or unfairly. Reacting in anger might feel justified, but it often escalates the conflict. Responding with patience, however, demonstrates emotional maturity and allows you to de-escalate the situation. It also sets an example, showing others that grace and composure can prevail even in challenging moments. This doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior. It means responding with intentionality and wisdom rather than letting anger dictate your actions. The benefits of patience extend beyond interpersonal relationships. Internally, patience helps us manage stress, improve decision-making, and maintain emotional balance. Anger can be exhausting, draining our energy and leaving us emotionally depleted. Patience, on the other hand, fosters resilience and inner calm. It teaches us to let go of things we cannot control and focus on what truly matters. Over time, this practice cultivates a deeper sense of contentment and perspective. In a world that often rewards instant gratification and quick reactions, patience can feel like an outdated virtue. However, it remains as relevant as ever. By choosing patience over anger, we break the cycle of negativity and contribute to a more compassionate, understanding environment, both for ourselves and others. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. The next time anger knocks at your door, pause, take a deep breath, and remember that patience is a choice, a strength, and a gift that we can offer ourselves and the world around us. Number 4. Let people reveal themselves. In life, we often rush to categorize and judge others based on surface-level observations or brief interactions. However, genuine understanding comes not from projecting our assumptions, but from giving people the space to reveal themselves. When we resist the urge to quickly label someone, we allow time for their true character, values, and intentions to emerge. Every individual is a complex tapestry of experiences, beliefs, and emotions, and their essence cannot be fully grasped in a single moment. By adopting patience and curiosity, we create an environment where authenticity can flourish. Often, people reveal who they are not through grand declarations, but in the subtle nuances of their behavior, how they treat others, the choices they make under pressure, and the consistency of their actions over time. A kind word to a stranger, a moment of vulnerability, or the way they navigate challenges can offer profound insights into their character. Conversely, rushing to conclusions can lead us to misinterpret intentions or miss opportunities for meaningful connections. Someone who initially appears reserved might actually be deeply thoughtful, while someone outgoing might be masking insecurities. This principle also applies to communication. When we dominate conversations or rush to fill silences, we inadvertently stifle the opportunity for others to share their perspectives. Silence is not a void to be filled, but a space to be held. It signals that we are present and willing to listen. By asking open-ended questions and genuinely paying attention, we encourage others to share parts of themselves that they might otherwise keep hidden. Over time, this fosters trust and deeper relationships. Letting people reveal themselves also teaches us about our own biases. It challenges us to confront the preconceived notions we carry and the stereotypes we unknowingly perpetuate. This process fosters empathy and broadens our understanding of the world. When we observe without judgment, we learn that everyone is navigating their own battles, many of which are invisible to the outside world. A little patience and grace can uncover profound truths, reshaping our perspectives. However, letting people reveal themselves doesn't mean ignoring red flags or tolerating harmful behavior. On the contrary, it sharpens our ability to discern authentic character. Someone's true nature becomes clearer when they are given time to act without the influence of forced impressions. Patterns of dishonesty, disrespect, or manipulation often surface naturally, allowing us to make informed decisions about the boundaries we set. In a world that often values speed over depth, letting people reveal themselves is an act of intentionality. It requires slowing down, observing, and engaging with others on a human level. This approach not only enriches our relationships, but also deepens our understanding of the human experience. When we give people the space to be themselves, we invite authenticity and connection into our lives, essentials for meaningful and lasting relationships. Number 5. Mastering the ego. The ego is a powerful yet misunderstood part of human nature. It's often blamed for our insecurities, conflicts, and limitations, but the truth is the ego is neither good nor bad, it's a tool. Like fire, it can warm and illuminate, or it can destroy. Mastering the ego isn't about erasing it, it's about understanding it, taming it, and using it as a force for growth. The ego is the voice in our minds that identifies with labels, our names, achievements, roles, and possessions. It's the part of us that craves validation, fears rejection, and seeks control. While this aspect of the ego is essential for survival, it can create illusions of separateness and superiority. It convinces us that our worth depends on external factors, leading to anxiety, jealousy, and a fragile sense of self. But the ego isn't our enemy. It's a mask we wear to navigate the world. The challenge lies in learning when to take it off. Mastering the ego begins with awareness. Observe your thoughts and notice how often they revolve around comparison, criticism, or the need to defend. These are signs of the ego at play. When you recognize its patterns, you create distance between yourself and your thoughts. This is where mindfulness comes in, a practice that grounds you in the present moment, reminding you that you are more than your mind's chatter. The next step is humility. True humility isn't about thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. It's the realization that your value isn't diminished by others' success nor inflated by accolades. Humility allows you to listen without the need to prove, to contribute without the need for credit, and to grow without the fear of failure. It shifts your focus from self-centered ambition to a broader purpose. Equally important is gratitude. The ego thrives on lack, what we don't have, what we haven't achieved, or how we've been wronged. Gratitude breaks this cycle by shifting our perspective to abundance. When you appreciate the present moment and acknowledge the gifts in your life, the ego's grip loosens. You become less attached to outcomes and more aligned with the flow of life. Finally, embrace the power of service. When you act from a place of compassion and generosity, the ego takes a back seat. Service connects you to something larger than yourself, a shared humanity, a higher cause, or the divine. It transforms your desires from self-serving to world-serving, dissolving the illusion of separateness that the ego perpetuates. Mastering the ego is a lifelong journey, not a destination. It requires patience, reflection, and the willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. But the rewards are profound. Inner peace, deeper relationships, and a clearer sense of purpose. When you transcend the ego, you don't lose your individuality. You discover your essence, a self that is authentic, resilient, and free. These 5 lessons from Stoicism remind us of the power of restraint, reflection, and inner strength. By stepping back, staying silent, and mastering ourselves, we create space for others to recognize our value and for us to grow wiser. Remember, true strength lies in control, not reaction. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing wisdom. Thanks for watching, and stay stoic.